Everybody, this is Elijah Reyes with another Python tutorial. Today we're going to be talking about lists uh, and and dictionaries. So this is how you declare a list. I just created a variable called myList and I set it equal to a number of elements in between a closed and open bracket. The elements within the list can be any kind of variable types. They can be strings, they can be integers, they can be floats. They could be another list. They could be different objects. They could really be anything. So that's basically what a list is. Just a list of elements, a list of objects, whatever you want the list to contain. So we're going to talk about a couple operations or a few operations, and they include finding an element's location within the list. And the way we're going to do that is recall when we use the dot index function on our string to find an element from the string. We're going to use the same dot index function to find the location of an element within our list. So say I'm going to create a variable called my name location is equal to my list dot index Elijah. So this is going to give me this my name location variable is going to end up being a number, and that number is going to be the location of the string Elijah within my list. And recall that in Python or in programming in general, the indexes for lists and for strings start at 0. So Elijah is at 0, Shiloh's at 1, Coda's at 2, Ella's at 3, so on and so forth. So let's just prove that to you real quick. Print my name location, and of course we get 0 as expected, because 0 is the first index in this element. First uh, element in this list, excuse me. Next thing I'm going to do is remove an element. So it's very basic. All you got to do is uh, call mylist or get the mylist variable dot remove and then the element that you want to remove. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to print the entire list. So after running mylist.remove Elijah, we're going to print my list, and you're going to see that Elijah will be removed from my list. So I'm going to run this, and as you can see, Elijah is no longer within the list. One more thing we're going to do is we're going to use our my name location variable. Recall that actually the my name location variable will end up being a number. That number is going to be the index or location of the string Elijah within my list. So now I'm going to say my name is equal to my list, open close bracket, my name location. So what this does is I'm looking for the element that is in this location. So it's almost the reversal of what we're doing here. Here we're getting the location of the element that we want, And here we're getting the element that's in that location. So you'll see that my name is Elijah. And as expected, Elijah is the result of printing my name. So pretty basic stuff. Now we're going to talk very briefly about dictionaries. So a dictionary is basically a data structure that is contained of key value pairs. So I'll just show you really fast. My dictionary equal to, now dictionaries require a open and close curly bracket. So instead of the square brackets, you're going to click shift on your keyboard to get the curly brackets. And the way we do this is similar to creating a list. Uh, you have a key, Elijah, and then you use a colon, and let's just say 24 because I'm 24 years old. And these key value pairs are separated by commas, much like the elements in our lists are separated by commas. So Elijah 24, Shiloh is, I think Shiloh's 2.5 years now. I'll just put a number there. And these key value pairs can be anything. So the key can be a string, and then the value could be a float, an array, an integer. It could be another dictionary. It doesn't really matter. We're just going over some basic stuff right now. And I'm just going to include Coda. Coda is also about 2.5 years old. So some operations for dictionaries include getting all the keys. So if I print my dictionary dot keys, you'll see that I get only Elijah, Shiloh, and Coda because these are the keys in the dictionary. And remember that key value pairs are separated by the colon. Excuse me, keys and values are separated by the colon, and each key and value pair is separated by the comma. So here, as you can see, I get Elijah, Shiloh, and Coda. Now I'm going to get all the values. Getting all the, so I'm going to print my dictionary dot values, and I get only the values. I got 24, 2.5, and 2.5 for Elijah, Shiloh, and Coda. Pretty basic stuff. Now if I want to remove an entire key value pair, you spell this, getting, I want to remove a key value pair from the dictionary. The way I do that is typing the my dictionary variable, which is a dictionary, dot pop, and we remove key value pairs by the key. So recall the keys are all the variables or all the elements that we have on the left side of the colon, and the values are the values that we have on the right side of the colon. So I want to remove Shiloh from my dictionary, and I'm just going to print the entire dictionary. And you'll see that not only does Shiloh get removed, but the 2.5 value for Shiloh also gets removed. So all we got is Elijah 24 and Coda 2.5. So that's a very basic introduction into lists and dictionaries. And the most simplest way I can help you understand how this applies to real world is, say you have a file full of data, and you don't want to go into that file and read everything one by one. Well, you can just have Python open the file and read every line one after another, and populate a list with every line in that file. We'll talk about file operations in the near future, but that's just one. And then my dictionary is actually what we're going to use in our basic login app before this intro series is over. And we're going to have the users that sign up for our app, we're going to have them include their name and their age. So well, in addition to the username and password, we're going to be asking the user how old they are. We'll keep it very basic so that we can understand what's going on, and if anything's wrong with our code, we can go back and fix it. So thank you so much for your time. This was a brief introduction to lists and dictionaries, and I hope to see you guys on the next one.